close your eyes and think of your favorite current 100% Asian American rock star. Okay? YouTube sensations don't count. You can't search for them online for the up and coming. And I'm talking Hollywood stamped and approved, fully backed, could be a coach in The Voice, and, invited to the halftime Super Bowl. Bruno Mars doesn't count because he's only a quarter Filipino. Okay, open your eyes. Don't feel guilty if you couldn't think of one. Because I couldn't think of one either. So being a rock star has been on my to-do list for a really long time. And I know that sounds weird. It's not like I write it down or I ever wrote it down. It's one of those things where, it's like there. It's there. And it feels like, procrastination. I'm procrastinating because it's always something that I want to feel. Is something I want to feel. Is it something I want to feel? Or is it something or is it the business? Do I want to feel like a rock star or do I want to be in the rock star business? So it's always like, that's what it feels like. So for the past 22 years, I've been in and out of recording studios trying to rock star. And, the longer time goes, the more I have time to reflect and be like, is it happening? I don't think it's happening. You know what I mean? I don't think it's happening because I'm not, But there are 3 people who are Asian American who totally rock to me, and you know who they are. They're not musicians, but they rock. So Bruce Lee, Margaret Cho, and Ali Wong, the new comedian. And a fact is that each of them, they were born in San Francisco. Guess where I was born? So, those little facts are like, maybe that means something, So I try to work hand in hand with the universe. And, I have my crystals in my pocket right now. They represent my 5th chakra, if you're familiar with the chakra system. They represent, chakras are discs of spiritual centers in different parts of our body. And I really want to make sure that I'm reaching into my 2nd chakra, which is my passion and my creativity, and making sure I have enough guts to say what I want to say or what comes out. So every time I have a stomach ache, it's always like, oh God, I have to be more creative, or something like that. And so, and that's why I'm here. That's why I signed up for this workshop. That's why I'm here in front of you to partly scare me and to just and to listen to this so I can go like that. Because I've been a dancer most of my years, I knew I wanted to be a dancer. So, I have to admit, the rock star priority has been kind of low. Even though it's been in and out of recording studios, I've recorded 25 songs. But I don't wake up every day like Prince did, grabbing my guitar. I don't even play an instrument. And I don't speak chords. I don't know notes. When I see a musician, I get a little intimidated because I'm they're holding a machine and I write all my music by intuition. So there's a language barrier for me as far as I'm concerned. So that's one reason why I'm I can't do the rock star thing. I don't know. So so I do wake up every day and I do think about can I dance today? Which class can I go to? And that's my first thing. So I have to admit that truth. What do I want to say next? Okay, so I wrote an album. I released it in 2012. It was called Pisces Dream. And I never performed live. It's just stuck in digital. And a few people know about it. I think like 15 people bought the album. But it's okay because I remember when I look back, I mean, it took 5 years to write. And that's a long time because I felt very alone. And, you know, I've done collaborations and stuff, but collaborations, you know, they're like, it's like dating. You write a song, you're like, yes! And then once you're done, you're like, okay, see you. You know, and then you kind of don't want to go back and do that again. So it's always been like that. And so finally, I remember kind of asking the universe after a while, I'm like, I don't know, are you telling me I have to do this myself? Do I have to write an album myself? And so that was a 5-year thing. So, do you want to hear a song? Yeah. Okay. It's called A Place, and I wrote it when I was living on the peninsula because I kind of was raised on that side and I really wanted out. Like I was done with the vibe. I didn't feel creative, whatever. And then so I wanted to move. So here it goes. I wanna be swept away. Don't wanna have a care in the world. Take me to a place where there's no time. No need to be anyone. Just me having some fun. Why is it easier said than done? Is there a place I gotta go? Does anyone know? Is there a place I gotta go? Is there a place? Is there a place? So that's the first and second verse. So that's like really kind of scary, actually. And so the to-do list part of this is that I was hoping that by singing in front of you, that I can like, that's gonna help my list, you know, just be like, okay, that helped. Like maybe it'll go away. Like I kind of want it to go away. Like I don't want to feel like I have to do that. But you know, so we'll see tomorrow how I feel. So that's that. So I go in and out of oh wait, hold on. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. So I believe like, okay, so have you ever gotten a psychic reading before? Okay. Well, I have gone to many throughout the years. I'm also a professional tarot card reader. That's my day job. And so I remember certain things that psychics would say throughout the years. And I really believe that they help us with kind of seeing our destiny a little bit. You know, not fortune telling, but just kind of like, anyway, if you see a good one, you know, a good psychic. So I remember I was 18 and I left Alvin Ailey because I was dancing there. And I quit because I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to be here anymore. And so I left, giving up on dance at 18, and I came back to Peninsula to be a hypnotherapist. I was going to go spiritual. I was going to go metaphysical, and and I went to this one psychic in Fort Mason. She was a little famous, and she was a channel. She had this like really weird voice, and she was channel like this, but when she spoke, she didn't speak like that, like regular voice, and I was set on like the spiritual thing, even though I didn't tell her anything. And all she said was theater, fanfare, audience, curtain, theater, fanfare, audience. And that's all she kept saying the whole time. And that's why I still remember it. And I look back, because I was 18, I'm 45 now. And I look back and I was like, man, she was right. She was so right. I'm not a practicing hypnotherapist. I've choreographed almost 50 musicals as a dancer in theater environments. And I'm always amazed because I didn't plan that. I'm still trying to be a rock star. And so in that sense, I'm like, I gotta start paying attention. Like they knew something, you know? I've had astrologers say they'll look at my chart and they'll be like, a couple of them, different ones. And they'll say, you're totally okay in front of an audience. You're okay, like a group's there and you're here and you feed off that. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I do. How can I get more of that? You know? So, but you know, this doesn't always happen, right? At least not for me every day. But I think that's where the rock star thing comes in, because it's like, no, I want it every day. But I don't know how to create it, because I'm not sure if I want to feel like a rock star or be in the rock star business, because I still think they're separate. So it's this. So yeah, astrologers will say that, and I realize that as long as even when I give a tarot reading, if I have one person's attention and they're like, what's she going to say? What's she going to say? I realize that feeds me too. So, and I learned that when I teach a dance class to a group of people. I'm here, you're there. And it feels fine. Like it feels, and I think that's probably why I haven't gotten to the rock star thing, because I'm dealing with making a living or getting paid for, these other things. So, I'm trying to work it out with you while you guys are the to-do list, trying to figure it out. So yeah, the psychics really help. And none of them ever said like, yeah, rock star. No one ever said that. I remember one older man, he did the I Ching for me, and I asked him in my 20s, I was like, am I going to sing in front of like millions of people? And he was like, no. That was a real bummer for me. I think I didn't talk to him anymore. Like I really blamed the messenger. I was like, oh. But in a way, he was right. As a tarot reader, when I read for people now, I help people with their dreams. People come to see me and they're like, should I do this? Is it possible? Am I going to make money? Like those kinds of far out dreams that they have. And I've learned what the tarot has taught me, that the dream is meant for us to follow. It doesn't really matter. I think it's just there for us to do that, because that's what it feels like when I'm following my dream. And the most important thing, I think, is this. And then the emotion, whatever emotions or whatever issues come up, the voices that come up, that's the journey. And that's what I'm learning. I remember a tarot card reader when I was 18, when I was in New York, when I was still in New York. One of the most powerful things he said, and I didn't understand it at the time because it was too deep. And he said, you're creatively blocked. And certain people are going to help you. And he gave me the astrological makeup of this person, and I did meet this person. And that wasn't until 24, like 5 or 6 years later. And I thought at that time, I was like, oh, this person's going to help me, and we're going to be like, it's going to be all great. He's going to help me be creative. And looking back over many, 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 many years, because that's life, is that this person really wasn't available in that way that I thought. And it took that person to keep saying no, or, I couldn't trust it. It didn't flow. It never really flew. And so, that journey helped me become self-sufficient, creative, write the album. I wrote the album because I wrote the album because I wanted to write the album. I never said, I want to write the album, I want to market it, I want to get to Super Bowl halftime show, I want to do this, I want to do that. I never said that. Maybe I should have. But the universe, I didn't feel like, was like, they didn't plant that seed. They were just kind of like, write the album. So that's why I'm here, because I wanted to, because I didn't get to speak out my album. I'm here now. So I'll sing one more song. Just to see how it feels. So see how it feels tomorrow. Let's see which one. Oh yeah. It's called Dream. It's on my album called Pisces Dream. And, okay. I'm a creator, a mother of dreams. My babies are abstract and unseen. I can't touch what I know is true, but I'll give all that I have to a dream. I love to dream. I need a dream. I cherish my dream. Good. I didn't cry. I cried during the workshop, one of the workshop sessions, because I was like, I'm not used to this. Anyway, so I'm going to keep pulling my tarot cards for myself, because they do encourage me. Sometimes they'll say things like a little fairy deck. They'll say like, just do something creative. They'll literally be that kind of bossy. They'll be like, just do something creative. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. As long as you are doing something creative, that's all that matters. I get readings like that, just one card. This morning I pulled a card. I said, what should I do? And it literally said, reach for the stars.